Hey everybody, welcome to Gospel Buzz. I'm so happy that you guys are tuned in to the show. We have a great show planned with Pastor Eric Wallace of Potential Church. And I was able to sit down with him and we were able to discuss some upcoming events and conferences that they're going to be having at their church and what's the background and everything that you need to know about Potential Church. And also we have a brand new top 5 Billboard albums coming up, and we also have some events that we need to notify you guys about. So, without further ado, let's get this party started. We'll be right back after this.
Everybody, it's your girl Chesterneke, and you are watching Gospel Buzz with my boy Travis. So stay tuned.
But listen, I just wanna encourage everyone. Listen, tonight was all about comedy, and tonight was all about young people. All right, because at the end of the day, we know that youth matter. Somebody say youth matter.
Youth matter.
And so what that means is that every one of you in this room is valuable. Somebody say, I am valuable. 3 things I want to share with you really quickly before you leave. In order to be valuable, you have to be able to make yourself valuable. And how do you make yourself valuable? You have to be passionate. Someone say passionate.
Passionate.
And we saw passion on this stage tonight, right? We know that Monique is passionate about getting kidnapped, right? All right, so whatever your passion may be, listen, you have to be bold about your passion. Pursue your dreams. Don't let anybody ever tell you that you can't do it, because guess what? If you make up your mind that you can do it, you can do it, all right? First thing is passion. The second thing is influence. Somebody say influence.
Influence.
You have the ability to influence the people around you, your peers, whatever the case may be, but you want to use that influence responsibly, all right? So say responsible influence.
Responsible influence.
All right, and the last thing is character. Somebody say character.
Character.
Now, there's a difference between character and reputation. A reputation is what people think about you. Your character is who you are on the inside. So at the end of the day, it's not about what people think about you, because guess what? You are always going to be too much for someone and not enough for somebody else. That's just the reality. Listen, can I tell you something? For my wife, before we got married, I was too dark, too short, and too skinny. And guess what? We're going on 5 years, November 27th. So, listen, whoever you are, be the best you that you could be, all right?
Welcome back to Gospel Buzz. Now, I'm sitting here at Potential Church, where I'm sitting with Pastor Eric Wallace, who is the campus pastor here at Potential Church. Welcome to Gospel Buzz.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
All right, so tell me, what is Potential Church? Because I had the perception that this was just a church that had a lot of potential. So I wanted to find out, what is the real background of Potential Church?
All right. Well, we believe that every person that is alive on planet Earth right now has been born with a God-given potential. And we believe that when you connect with God, He's able to pull that potential out of you. And so, as a church, our mission is to partner with people to reach their God potential. And so basically what our church does is we connect with people to steer them in the right direction, so that by connecting with God, they can discover what their potential really is.
Right. Thanks for clearing that up. You have a lot of events that are coming up, but there's a particular event that really got my brain kind of boggled. It says relationships, and it has the letter S and a few symbols that you would see on a keyboard that would hide a certain word that we as the saints cannot say. So can you tell me about this relationship series that you guys have coming up?
All right. So the series is called Uncensored. Uncensored, and pretty much what we're doing is we're using a series like this to raise above the noise of the everyday relationship series. We're using what may seem like censored symbols or whatever the case may be, just to draw attention to the series. And the reality is, once you come and you experience the series, you'll realize that we're able to show you keys that with godly principles, you're able to live an effective life and have great relationships. The reality is there are things that the world deems as acceptable. And so what we're doing is we're using what the world deems as acceptable and using it and leveraging it as a tool to get people to notice the series, to talk about the series, and then people who are far from Christ, who would never maybe even come to a church, will see it. And when they come and experience it, they realize that I can actually have a healthy relationship and do it God's way.
Right. That's some good stuff. Now, every time I visit here at Potential Church, there's a huge amount of young people that attend here, and it's a great thing because we live in a society where the young people are shown in a negative light, and to come here and see a bunch of young people lift up their hands and they're worshiping God unashamed is so refreshing. What have you guys done since the inception of the church to make sure that you guys keep that up, keep it going, and making sure that you guys bring more young people to the kingdom of God?
I think one of the things that we do is we stay relevant with what we do, and so you'll hear a Selena Gomez song. We may do a feature by Justin Bieber, or whatever the case may be. And the reality is, we teach people in general that you don't have to live two separate lives. You don't have to live one life in the church and one life when you're out with your friends. You can actually live as a Christian a successful life. You can use what, again, pop culture and whatever it may be, and it's okay. Because here's the thing. I believe that someone will come here and they'll hear a Justin Bieber song, and the reality is they may not have gospel songs playing all the time where they are in their world, where they live, where they work, where they operate. But they'll come here and they'll hear a Justin Bieber song, and when they go back and they hear that song again, their perception of that song has changed, because they realized the experience that they had at Potential Church. That day when they heard that song at Potential Church, we prayed for them and something miraculous happened. That day when they heard that song at Potential Church, they realized that was the first time that they actually gave their life to Christ. So we changed the perception of that song, and this is what it means to take what the enemy has deemed for bad and turn it around for good. This is what it means for the kingdom of heaven to suffer violence and to take it back by force. And so we're doing it in a very practical way.
Some awesome stuff. Just give us a little background on how Potential Church started. You guys have different campuses in the United States and also here in the Caribbean. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Well, basically, Potential Church started off as Flamingo Road Baptist Church. This was about in 1978. And when our lead pastor, Pastor Troy, took over in the year 2000, his vision was always to have not just one big church on some corner somewhere, but to have a multi-site church, a multifaceted church in different areas all over the world. And so when the name was changed to Potential Church, this was in about 2010, we decided that, there's not a Flamingo Road in, let's say, New York, or there's not a Flamingo Road in China, there's not a Flamingo Road in, Cuba or whatever. So the name was changed from Flamingo Road Baptist Church to Potential Church because again, our mission is our vision is to have 50 campuses around the world, 100,000 members, and $150 million budget to change the world, to impact the world for good. And so, again, we're not going to be just one big church on some corner somewhere, but we're going to be all over the world, impacting the world for good.
Man, this is some awesome stuff. Now, in terms of missions and you guys going out into the community and making or being advocates of change, what efforts have Potential Church made in the Bahamas in terms of missions?
Well, so far we've actually partnered with different organizations like the Great Commission, where we would provide meals and clothing and that sort of thing. So we've had partnerships with them for a few years. We have partnered with the Chippingham Urban Renewal program, and every year we actually go into the community, and especially around Thanksgiving, and we'll provide hot meals, we provide clothing, we do different missions in that particular community. We have partnered with the Persis Rogers Seniors Home, and so that's been a great experience. And in fact, last year, Mother's Day and Father's Day, we actually went and we did like mani-pedis for the moms. We did hair braiding. We did haircuts for the guys. We sang with them, and we provided meals and that sort of thing. So we have different initiatives that we actually go into the community and just love on people, and that's what it's all about. Just recently, we've also partnered with the Bahamas Crisis Center, and this past Christmas, every year we have a toy drive at our church, and we look for an initiative where we can actually give back to the community during the Christmas time. And so this past Christmas, we partnered with the Bahamas Crisis Center, and we provided toys for about 90 kids. And so we were able to just be a blessing during the Christmas season. And again, this is just a part of what we do as Potential Church. And at all of our campuses, we actually every year around Thanksgiving and Christmas, we find opportunities to go back into the community. So whether it's at Hollandale Beach, whether it's at Cooper City, Florida, which is our broadcast campus, whether it's in Pensacola, Florida, whether it's in Lima, Peru, or right here in the Bahamas, we use our 5 campuses and we leverage what we're able to do to impact the world for good.
That's amazing stuff. If a young person, someone who's not saved, who doesn't know Christ, would want to come to Potential Church, how can they find out about that? What information do you guys have an online page on Facebook? Can you tell us a bit about how we can find Potential Church? And what could we expect if you were to come to Potential Church on a Sunday morning or any service through the week?
All right. Well, you can find us online, potentialchurch.com. You can also visit our Facebook page, Potential Church. If you want to get specific information about the Bahamas, go to Potential Church Bahamas Campus on Facebook. On Instagram, it's Potential Church or Potential Bahamas. So you'll find us on Instagram as well. So we're all over social media. And online, you can actually watch our services. So every time there's a live service at our broadcast campus, you can watch it online. You can participate. We have people all over the world who actually watch the services online. If you come to any of our campuses on a Sunday morning, you can just expect something that's refreshing. That's the best way I can describe it. So what I would invite you to do is just come and experience it for yourself.
Let me tell you something. This is some awesome, awesome stuff. Guys, this is Pastor Eric Wallace. Guess what? I have some fun, hilarious questions to ask him when we get back from the break. You guys don't go anywhere. We'll be right back on Gospel Buzz.
Matthew chapter 5. This is like the Sermon on the Mount, greatest talk that's ever been given. He says, in the same way, your light, your life must shine before people. Must shine. They must see that you're winning. They need to see that your marriage is an incredible marriage, that it is compassionate and it is loving and it is sacrificial, that it is real and that there is depth there and that it is long lasting. Why? Because that's what they want. And when they see it in you, they will glorify Him. That's why this is so important. It's not just so important because we need to win or it feels good to win. No, it's even bigger. They may see your life and they will see the good things that you do and they will praise the Father in heaven because everybody wants to win. Everybody wants to not be anxious about their finances. And so when they can look at you in a financial situation that's so turbulent, and yet you have a sense of peace, and you have a sense of confidence, and you have a sense of focus, and you have a sense of direction, and they say, I want that. Why do you have that? Who do you know? Who are you reading? Who are you talking to? It's not me, right? To glorify.
I have a secret. Did you know? You are worthy. You are loved.
You are special.
Every girl?
Every girl.
Every girl.
Every girl. Every girl is a pretty girl.
Is a pretty girl.
Is a pretty girl.
Every girl is a pretty girl. You are a pretty girl.
Every girl is a pretty girl.
What's going on? Yours truly, Sammy Starboy Inc. Productions. Y'all know what it is. You got it locked. Keep it locked. Don't ever change your dial, especially while this show on. You're watching Gospel Buzz with Travis
All right, here is your review of the Grammy Awards and the Stellar Awards. For the Grammy Awards, let you know, guys, who won. For Best Gospel Performance Song was Kirk Franklin with the song Wanna Be Happy. And I know you guys have been hearing that on the radio all over, and you guys have been jamming to that in your radio stations and in your cars. And congratulations to Kirk Franklin for that. And also for Best Gospel Album went to Israel and New Breed with this album Covered Alive in Asia. That album is hot. You gotta pick it up if you haven't gotten this yet. Some good music is on that album. Now let's cross over to the Stellar Awards. Let me tell you, the Stellar Awards is like the Grammy Awards of gospel music. And let me tell you, Anthony Brown and the group Therapy won big. They were nominated for 10 Stellar Awards, and guess what? They won all 10 of the Stellar Awards, including Artist of the Year, CD of the Year, Video of the Year, Group Duo of the Year. Everything you could imagine that they were nominated for, they got it. Also winning big was Charles Jenkins and the Fellowship Chicago Choir. Best New Artist went to KCJ. Tina Campbell of Mary Mary, she won Best Traditional Female Vocalist and also Best Traditional Album of the Year. Also winning Best Choir of the Year was also J.J. Hairston and Youthful Praise. Let me tell you something, I can't wait for this to air on TV. You guys cannot miss the Stellar Awards. It's going to be on your stations soon. You're going to be hearing about it. Some good music is making in gospel music, and it was a great and awesome night. Here is your top 5 Billboard albums for this week. Coming in at number 5 is Anthony Brown and the group Therapy with the album Everyday Jesus. Coming in at number 4 is Tasha Cobbs with One Place Live. Coming in at number 3 is William McDowell with Sounds of Revival Live. At number 2, Kirk Franklin, Losing My Religion, and our brand new number 1 album, Wow Gospel 2016. There you have it, our Billboard top 5 albums of the week.
Sunday, March 6th, it's gospel music's biggest night.
This is absolutely amazing.
The 31st Annual Stellar Gospel Music Awards. With performances by Kirk Franklin, Anthony Brown and Group Therapy, Tasha Cobbs, Travis Green, hosted by Sherry Shepherd and Ricky Smiley for real.
Set your cell phone on praise mode.
Rejoice and don't miss the 31st Annual Stellar Gospel Music Awards. Sunday, March 6th at 6 on TV One.
Welcome back to Gospel Buzz. Now, as I told you before, I have some fun questions to ask Pastor Eric. So here we go. What was the most embarrassing moment of your life recently that you could remember?
So many. I think it has to be one of the most embarrassing moments. I was catching a bus from somewhere, and I went to a pastor friend of mine, went to his office or whatnot, and I had just left where I was working at the time, and didn't realize that the whole time, the bus ride, the walking in, shaking everybody's hand, saying hello, that my fly was open. That entire time. So that definitely has to be one of those embarrassing moments. And but the pastor kind of tried to subtly let me know, hey, you need to deal with that kind of thing. So yeah, definitely embarrassing. Yeah.
All right. If you were to travel anywhere in the world to make an impact, what other country would you go to?
I would definitely go to Cuba. I know that our church has done a lot of mission work in Cuba, and I've always wanted to actually visit, just to experience the culture there, but then also to be able to connect with the people there in Cuba. So I think Cuba would definitely be on the top of one of my lists.
Right, on your playlist right now for gospel artists, who would you say you would be listening to right now as of today?
Well, I'm kind of eclectic when it comes to gospel music. So I have Hillsong on there, I have Elevation Church on there, and then I have like your Mary Mary, and so
yeah, Mary Mary is my favorite.
Yeah, definitely. And then so I think one of my favorite artists right now would have to be Mali Music. Yeah, one of my favorites. Yeah.
There you have it. They are our questions. He answered them perfectly. We'll be right back after this.
Lord, I want more of you. Lord, I want more. Yeah. Lord, I want more. Lord, I want more of you. Carry. I just wanna brag on the world's greatest father, the world's greatest dad. He was there through my tears, fair when I was being influenced by past. He drew near, I know he cares. He's more than my savior, he's my ventilator. Without him I can breathe, he is everything I need. He was there when the enemy was stressing me, testing me. He rescued me and set me free. He became a father to this orphan, redeemed me and saved me. I just wanna exalt him. All I wanna do is just rest in your fortress. Was a child of the world, but thank God I've been aborted. Yes, you really love me. You always supported. You paid the price cause I couldn't afford it. I'm broke, and I would live for you regardless. King of all kings, you give heart to the heartless. Lord, you bless me. Lord, you see the best of me. Draw me now, connect with me. Lord, have your way. I just wanna put a smile on your face. I just wanna put a smile on your face. There is power in His name to heal, to save, to break every chain. He was there in my joy, He was there in my pain. He was there when I gave up and almost went insane. But I thank God that He saved me. Was on the way to hell, no ifs, ands, or maybes. But He stepped in, redeemed me, and made me everything He wanted. So now I am set free. Because of my sins, they blamed you. You were clean, but my sins, they stained you. And even when I spit in your face, you still wipe it off and you show me that grace. And even when I mess up, you be right there to give me a little checkup. Tell me keep my neck up, hold on, step up. Thank you for your promise, you said you won't neglect us. Lord, I want more of you, less of me. Lord, you see the best of me. Draw me now, connect with me. Lord, have your way. I just wanna put a smile on your face. I just wanna put a smile on your face.
My God is awesome, so awesome.
My God is awesome, so awesome.
My God is mighty, so mighty.
My God is mighty, so mighty.
Say my God is worthy, so worthy.
My God is worthy.
Welcome back to Gospel Buzz. I'm so happy that I had the opportunity to talk to Pastor Eric Wallace. Pastor Eric Wallace, tell us about the app that everybody could download online and give us a few final words.
All right, cool. So you can actually look for the Potential Church app either on the App Store or Google Play. And it's absolutely free. And when you download it, you can actually go back and watch previous teachings. We have daily devotions that's on there. And then whenever our service is live, you can actually watch the service live as well. So every Saturday at 5:05 p.m., we have live services. And then every Sunday, we have 4 services as well. So you can actually go on there and watch it at any time. And in final words, I just want to encourage everyone to, we all have the ability to influence the world. And I believe that if we truly use that influence for good, we can see the difference that we want to see in this world. There's nothing impossible when we connect with God, and I think that's the key. When we connect with God and we allow Him to work through us, we can use any situation to our advantage, because I believe that all things work together for good.
I mean, it can't be over yet. We could talk some more, man. I having such a good time with Pastor Eric. But guys, all good things come to an end. We'll be right back after this.
Blessings that you gave from the day you saved me. Yes, I'm forever grateful, yeah. your tender loving mercies that you bestowed upon me. Oh Lord, I give you thanks. Yes, I will worship you alone. Oh Lord, yeah, yeah. Yes, I will worship you. I'll give you all the glory. I'll give you all the honor. I'll give you all. Yes, I will worship you. You alone are worthy. Yes, you alone are worthy. Lord, you alone. Yes, I will worship you. When troubled times come and it seems like it's no way to see a brighter day, Lord, I call on you with the
Well, we've come to the end of another episode. I want to thank you for watching Gospel Buzz today. Episode 4 is coming with the one and only Jaquay. Let me tell you all something. You guys don't want to miss this. This is going to be hilarious. And if y'all know who I'm talking about, if you know Jaquay, you know this is going to be hilarious. So I want you guys to make sure you come back for episode 4. It's going to be amazing. And I have some good episodes coming up. I want you guys to stay tuned in. Check out our Facebook page. Check out our website. Check out our email. If you want to come on the show, email us at gospelbuzz242@gmail.com. Message or call us at 467-1936 and we're going to get right to you. I love you. Peace. I'm out.